Hey guys, what's up? So I am going to teach you how to find the indentured trustee for the corporation that you might be trying to endorse a bill or a negotiable instrument with. Um, just felt inspired to do this really succinct video because it took some digging and some websites are not the best. So I'm going to share my screen here in a second and the corporation I'm going to be using as an example is American Express. So if you have any bills or debt with American Express, this is a good video for you because you can send an endorsed bill to their indentured trustee and teach them how to credit your account. So let's share the screen like here. Does that make sense? All right. Don't mind all my tabs. So I don't have any tabs open for what I was going to do. Most people go to the sec.gov website, which I'm going to pull up here so you can see what it looks like. I'm going to have to do a lot of digging should you go this route. So there's an easier way. And I'm sorry, this just keeps coming up automatically. But if you're going to it new, this is what it looks like. And it's great because it has this quick links here. And you're going to go to search Edgar. And this is where all the filings are. So we're going to leave this screen here because we're going to use it. So whatever corporation, all corporations have to file their annual reports, annual filings on the Security Exchange Commission website. And so you can go ahead and search the company through here, but there's a faster way rather than going through all the files, which you're going to see we're going to have to do anyways. But you want to just pull up all the, like, let's see. Okay, for example, American Express. This happened to me earlier. I'm like, what is going on? American Express, I know now that it's this one, but you see how many there are, and it's very confusing. So this is what I mean. When you find the American Express Corporation filings, it's much easier than having to figure out which company it is. So long story short, we're going to open up a new tab, and every corporation, they have their websites, but then they have their financial page, investor relations website. So investor relations, IR, you can either just type in IR, American Express, or in the search bar, you can just put investor, and that already comes out. Investor relations, American Express, because I just did this, which is why I want to show you guys. All right, so this comes up here, and we're going to, my internet's super slow. Just moved in here, and the router's like on the other side of the house, so I need to get some Eros things set up. All right, so this is great. This is the page you want. This is their investor relations page. All their financial information and filings are found on this page. So we're going to scroll to the bottom because what we're looking for, we need to find who is the indentured trustee, who can we send these bills to. All right, so we're going to go down here. We want to look for the SEC filings, which is right here. Perfect. You always want to check the 8K forms, but let's just open to view all SEC filings. Now, this is what's going to take some work here because you want to either keyword search trustee, indentured trustee, or trustee corporate office or something along those words. So we're going to go down to the SEC filings. We want American Express Company, and we want to look for the 8K form specifically, or the 10K, but first we're going to try 8K. It just turned, today is January 3rd, 2025, so we're going to act like we're still in December 2024, meaning that we want to go back a quarter because we're going to be in early 2024 because we want to make sure that everything has been completed on their end. So let's go to current reports. This is where we're going to find the 8K form. So we're going to go to 2024. And now, for example, if I were to go to check this 8K form out, open a PDF here, I'm going to use the Control F option. And everything that I just did is already in the text field. So we're going to act like that. You didn't see that. And we're gonna put trustee. All right. Nowhere in this document does the word trustee appear. So we're gonna X out of here. And that was the first one. So that, we're not gonna check that. Let's try a middle of the year. Let's try July 26. We're on page, what is going on? We're gonna do Control F, trustee. All right. There's 9 instances where we have the word trustee. So let's see who comes up as the trustee. With the Bank of New York Mellon as trustee, the trustee. Okay, so we just want to make sure we see this. What's the word? We want to see this consistently in their filings. Bank of New York, this is the same filing. So let's check another one out. So we have a clue. That was mid-year. That was, I think, July. So let's go to, let's say, April or January. Let's try January. All right, we're gonna hit the Control F, trustee. There's nowhere in this filing with the word trustee. So let's hit previous. We want to go to the second page so we can get filings between January and whatever else the last month was. So, all right, that didn't work. All right, so let's see March 15th. Let's hit Control F. We have no trustees in there. Let's try April 19th. All right, we're gonna hit Control F and nothing here. So that's why we're doing this together, because it takes some work. So here we have 13 instances of trustee. We just want to verify that the Bank of New York Mellon as trustee continues to come up. Let's see, what else do we have here between trustee? All right, so this is good stuff. We have the senior notes are being issued pursuant to a senior indenture. That's another good word that we want to look for. Dated as of August 1st, 2007, between the company and the Bank of New York Mellon as trustee, the trustee. All right, so this is good stuff. So we're going to say that we found the indentured trustee for American Express. Now we need to find the address. And I had already gone through these. I'm going to search Mellon, and I want to see if I could find the address, because that's where we need to mail the bill that we're endorsing. We need to send it to that we're dealing in trust. We want to make sure we're sending it to their trust department, and we're going to do a search for Mellon. And so I did this before. Let me tell you, I already searched a lot of these, and I did not find, but you know what? Okay, so there's something I was gonna say. I searched like from 2004, 2003, I'm sorry, 2024, 2023, 2022, and I didn't find any addresses when I did this search of the word Mellon, right? So then I went back to this page, the SEC filings page, and now there's something called a master trust. This right here, American Express Credit Account Master Trust. When you click that, this should be where all of the information of who signed and addresses and phone numbers comes up. You can keep it all. And let's just go to, let's see, July. I always like to hit mid-year, just quarterly or whatever. And we're going to do the same search. We're going to look for Mellon, and let's see if we find any addresses here. Now remember, the SEC website, remember I showed you in the beginning how when you put in American Express, there's a whole bunch of companies and you have to find like the parent company. After I was like trying to look for the address for this Bank of New York Mellon Corporation, I went through quite a few and I did not find the address. So if you've done that, right, if it's kind of difficult for you to find an address, go to the Security Exchange Commission website and just type in the company name, because you know the company name. And like you know that that's who handles their trust. And you should be able to find the address that way. So I'm just going to show you here, see if we find anything. But then to save time, and like who doesn't want to save time, we're going to just go to the sec.gov website and type in the name. Because and every corporation is different. So due diligence, be patient, my loves, and always reach out to, there's so many people in this realm that are so awesome and wanting to help so many people. Like our hearts are all in the right space. So, you know, if someone's trying to charge you $7,000 for all this information, don't, like, that's not, you do not need to be paying thousands of dollars for this information. Seriously. Um, there's people who are willing to freely give as they have freely received. So anyways, as you see, I'm like scrolling through pages and pages and pages. I don't see, first, I don't see any, I think you can do this. Wow, Adrian. You can do this. Okay, so um so I'm going to scroll through all the instances of melon and I don't see an address. I do not see an address. And I want to keep this video short. I don't really want to keep going on and on. So what we're going to do next is we're going to do a shortcut because you can just keep doing this and go check all the documents looking for an address. I will just go through this one document and see what we see. Or you can just go to the sec.gov, type in company name since we know it, and look for the address that way. But it's interesting because this, that. I'm going to check one more just because, let me check like an April report, April 11th. No, it's falling off. Okay, so we're going to do this and it does not come up. So that's a bummer. So let's go to April 15th. Hopefully we get some instances of, all right, so we have two. Oh, perfect. Look what comes up. It comes up right here. So this is the address of the principal executive offices of the issuing entity. There's a phone number here. But the department is not here. And I know from what I was searching that there's definitely a specific department that you're supposed to send this to. So, all right, let's close out of here. We're learning together. As long as y'all are patient, this should work. Okay, so we have, again, there's another instance here and no address. So we're gonna just close this up. And let's go to April 23rd. Control F. We again have here, but we don't have an address. All right, so I don't know if the Securities Exchange website has the address either. All right, this is interesting. But it is 10286. American Express National Bank. But anyways, guys, if you have anything going on with American Express, this is, let me expand this. This is the address. Right here. Care of the Bank of New York, Mellon, 240 Greenwich Street, New York, New York. This is the zip code 10286. However, the address I found had a floor number and it had an attention to a certain department, which is why I'm still trying to look for that information because I think that's important. So I'm just gonna check around. Let's see, let's look at current reports on the master trust. Let's look at something not for this year. Let's look at 2020. I guess 2024 is cool. All right, so let's look at like April. And let's do our control F thing. I gotta move all this stuff. Too much going on in my computer. All right, and now let's see if we can find. Wow, so there's 28 instances. That is perfect. Now we just gotta look through all of them and look for an address that has that information. Because you want to make sure it gets to the right person, the right department. All right. And then I want to practice some piano, so I gotta wrap this up. I don't see anything here. Let's see, we're number 12. You don't make this easy, guys. Because it was easy. Do you think everybody would do it? Probably not. All right, so I'm not finding anything here. Let's just check out the SEC website just to see what we could find. Okay, I guess you leave the word the out. And we're going to look for, like I mentioned, current reports. And we want the 8K current report. What is that from? This is from December. That's too early. So let's look for let's just do 8Ks. All right. We could also try and look for so these are a lot of things. So if you don't find anything in 8K, you can look at 10Ks. You can look for what is the no, just see it here. Anyways, all right, so let's look for this one looks like a good one. All right, we're gonna open this document and same address. There's not a department here. Registration still number. So that is a little frustrating. All right, let's see. We're going to look for, we're going to do enter the filing types, trust indentured filings. View all last 5 years. We have all right, well, there is a phone number here, which I'm going to mark this down because I'm just going to verify tomorrow the address before I put this on my endorsement, 1784. So we have 212. I don't know if you guys could see, well, hopefully you can see my screen. 495 1784. It's the number right here. I'm going to ask for the attention to, and if there's like a floor number, apartment number, anything like that, because I do have an address. Another little shortcut you can do is use ChatGPT or use OpenAI. It can be super helpful in these types of situations. I'm just going to click on this form S4. That's the other form that you can also check on. Or S3. Let's open this up, see what we have. Open documents. Since I know the address is 240, I'm going to just hit that, see what comes up. So we have 2 instances of 240. So once again, same thing coming up, no attention or anything like that. But we have an address, right? So I'm just gonna go back here. We have the master trust. Let's go back to, oh my gosh, stop it. Let's go back to 2022, because I did all of 2023. And let's hit, let's see what other reports we can look for. Quarterly filings, other filings, current reports, annual filings. Let's stick with the 8Ks. All right, so 240 is coming up, but I don't want that for you. So, all right, that's cool. At least we know that it's a trustee. It's just so crazy, like what they've done to humanity, enslaving us like this. Like this is so crazy that we have to do things like this. Catch them at their own game, you know? Let me just go to like May and just see. But anyways, the department you want to send this to, because we're gonna have it's 240 Greenwich Street, floor 7 West. I can't find that anywhere here. I got this from OpenAI. Floor 7 West, New York, New York, zip code 10286. And you're going to want to put this to attention setback securities unit. So that's why I'm like, all right, well, we found the address on these forms, but how important is it to have the actual department that it's going to? So I'm trying to be thorough and look for it. It should be just searching through all these documents, honestly. But anyways, I taught you guys what to do, how to find it for annual filings, just for the heck of it. Let's see what we find here. So basically, yeah, this is what you're gonna do, guys. Go through each one, each instance. So this one says corporate trust. Yeah, if you guys can see my screen here, I'm sure. So that's different. All right, so here we have care of the Bank of New York Mellon Corporate Trust, Greenwich Street, New York, New York. But you know, since they're giving us the phone number, and it's a different phone number from maybe because you know it's changed in the years, but I'm going to copy this one too. Uh, just always call and just verify the address. Remember, you're looking for the indentured trustee, any special departments that has to go to. So let's continue. Let's just see if we could find any address, and then I'm going to let you guys go because I think I gave you guys a lot of good stuff here. You can use this to endorse your bills and send it off for remedy and have them correct the accounts. Make sure, so don't ever detach the coupon. They won't accept mutilated securities. Sign the front, just like a check, pay to the order of company, date it, and stamp it. Stamp it with the Federal Reserve Act stamp, which you can, I haven't done this yet, but you can really just make your own on Canva. So you would upload the document, which if you're uploading the document, you're going to have to get some bond paper to print it on to make it legit. They won't accept it otherwise. And stamp it. All right, sorry about that. That kind of scared me. Okay, so other than that, let me just look for some other things here. This will be the last when I go through. I really wish it pulled up the address that we're looking for. Why is that person calling me? That's so weird. So many things going on. All right, it's getting late, that's why. So, let's see. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave it here. That's the address. Do your due diligence. Hey guys, so I felt compelled to put that video together just because I'm learning all this stuff out of necessity, really. I find that changing my status to US national has sort of found me. I've been researching it for decades now. Never really did anything with it, but things in my life happened where I was like, okay, now is the time to really move this along. And so, what I'm trying to say is that things happen in life to move us. And right now, I was focused on my trust and changing my status, but this whole endorsing your bills happened out of nowhere. And I'm learning a whole lot. And so I want to give freely as I have freely received. And so this video is kind of just put together because I found some really useful information to sort of make your life easier if you are also trying to endorse your bills and send them to the trust department, the right trust department, so that they can credit your account and settle the accounts. So anyways, I hope you got some good information from this video. It's not perfect. Like I said, I'm still learning. If you have something better, or if you have any information you want to add, please put it in the comments. I would love to see that. I encourage knowledge and sharing. But the main points that I just wanted to go over before I close this out was the sec.gov website is a great tool to find the indentured trustee of the corporation. If you find a phone number, please call the phone number to just verify that there's no certain department or no floor number or anything like that, because with this Bank of New York, there definitely is. Use ChatGPT, OpenAI, but always verify that information. And before you go raking through all the accounts in the Securities Exchange Commission website, utilize the investor relations website. That way it pulls up the corporation's filings. And you don't have to like look for what company it is, because American Express, there's like 500 of them. Other than that, there's examples how to endorse your bill. It's basically a security, so treat it as such. And like I said, let's just keep pulling together to help each other. Knowledge is power, and I'm all about that. So namaste, love you, and I will keep you updated.